afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Dreamy Dreamland. I am your Sensie Owl Bob. Been waiting for a friend, and thought I'd just go live for a little bit, see if anyone wanted to jump in on the old live chat. So I've been watching a couple movies of dystopian frame, and it's best not to even have to go there. The real deal is to live your best life right now, right? Not the past, not the future, right now. So, a lot of things were happening. We're about to have a presidential election and a government election. We'll vote in our government. And it's just going to be more of the same, but with anaphylactic outbursts, And that little, Helen that came up from the panhandle and destroyed parts of North Carolina and Tennessee, and really no one's talking about what really happened. But that's up to you to find out. Because don't believe a word I say. I'm just your storyteller, And here are two interesting books. So here's an old book I've had for a real long time. Healing Divine Art, right? And the Healing Divine Art isn't any one specific thing. It's your internal self. A comprehensive survey of the analysis, diagnosis, and treatment methods of health problems, including the history of philosophy, the science of healing. Among the subjects covered are esoteric philosophy, the anatomy, magnetic and mental healing, function of paranormal glands, of the pineal gland, plagues and their cause, phobias and delusions, healing with practice of the American Indian dream diagnosis, practiced by the ascetics in Greece, early clinics of Hippocrates, and mystical healings of the early Chinese church and the Christian church. Many case histories demonstrating the effects of psychology on health are also included. The author is Manly P. Hall. If you don't know Manly P. Hall, he was actually vice president with FDR. And, the mystery schools have been in the DNA of the United States, USA, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. So, open your eyes. The other book I was going to give my friend, and I still will if I see them again, is Stop Living on Autopilot, right? And this is very esoteric. This is very like today, straight up, self-help, but it's very interesting, the connective tissue between the two, right? Connected between the tissue between the two. Live chat, come on. We got a live chat? Oh, look, we got a little live chat. By James Hill Rubis, howdy, Hal, listening to Dark Journalist now. Kamala, Civil War for President. Ba, so predictive. I don't know, are we there yet? Or we there yet? Or we there yet? But we're always there in that moment, and we are there, right? And see, the thing about, back in the day in 2003 when I went corporate and lived the payday life of a desperate lawyer, making, and see, I didn't have to make the 8-figure salary these guys did, and I just tagged along for the good ride. And that gained me, I was weighing about 210 when I started that, and when I died in 2014, I was almost 480 pounds. Now I'm down to 210, but it took its toll. My doctors can't believe that I'm still alive, but what keeps me alive is my attitude, right? My connective to the energetics of love's co-creation, right? So that book, both says Stop Living on Autopilot and The Healing Divine Art, right? And that healing divine art is love, right? So, boy, Jamie, you jumped in there quick, So, what's happening here? Oh, it's getting a little warm. It's really up here. Okay. Chat. I thought I'd only be here a little while. Anyway, I wanted to give my friend why these 2 books, because they are studying to be healers. So I thought I'd give them 2 ends of a bookend, right? 2 things to munch on other than textbooks that they're using in the university. But that's okay. Their path is theirs. I'm just here as the pebble in the World Wide Web, right? So up there in the Pokey Lands, we did an amazing thing. 5 weeks, we assisted 42,000 people. We brought in $25 million, and we gave it all away. No bureaucracy, no budget for the people who were on the board. There was no board. We were so busy taking care of people, we had no board. We had no meetings. We had no nothing. We just did it. Whereas, FEMA and Red Cross and the state and the federal government did zip. Now, we did have a visit from the Corps of Army Engineers, but the hierarchy had no idea what to do, so they just told them to stay there. Then they asked us, what can we do? And they did a lot of great things, right? But still, the federal government basically has dispossessed thousands of people, right? They've declared their land uninhabitable, right? But they did sell it off to the real estate barons so they can build their 15-minute cities far away from anybody else, right? And it'll be great. You won't own anything. You'll be able to get in an Uber and go someplace, and your food will appear in a tube. They call it Soylent Green. Soylent Green, it's people. Anywhere you want to slice the dystopian society, that's what it usually ends up at. 1984, Big Brother. What's his name's first movie, THX 111. That was a great movie. But what's his name? I love the smell of napalm in the morning, that guy. Anyway, so here it is, 8 minutes and 33 seconds. And we've always been here, and we're not here yet, right? That's basically it. You have to live in the moment of God's love in your heart. And you're not the G-O-D God, the anthropomorphized old man sitting on a golden toilet shitting on your head. You know what the Torah translated in Greek means? You suck. If you read the Old Testament, it's all about how you suck. And we're not. We are, what's his name on Deep Space Nine, Quark, the Ferengi. It's called humans. Human, which is the Greek way of saying it, means child of God, right? That's what we are. Do we act that way? Not really. We do act like the child of the you suck God in the Old Testament, but that's just the Torah. In the Old Testament, we get nothing of all the other documents that are, hidden away. If you're a real Jew, Orthodox Jews, there's 3 books. The Torah, Tanakh, and the Kabbalah. We don't get to read the Tanakh and the Kabbalah, right? So that was for the high hippie holies. So anyway, don't believe a word I say. I'm just here as your storyteller, your good old griot, Sensie Owl Bob. And, I'm not really, John is tormenting himself over that he's only getting, he's now got a channel for swag. You can go buy T-shirts with pictures of Sensie Owl Bob on. Does he offer me a nickel? Didn't even tell me he was doing it. You should go on his chats and tell him what you think. And, the only shows that really, his biggest one is me telling the story of the old clone. And does he have it? Probably has 70 shows with me telling stories. They all are somewhere between 100 views and 70,000 views, right? Some get the funny bone of the general public and others don't. And so, but of all of those shows he has, only two that I could find, maybe he has more, but only two have a link to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensie Owl Bob. Now, again, there's nobody here, that's fine. People will watch it later on. Jamie did a nice little, "Are we here yet?" That's a good one. But, I have no expectations. I had no expectation my friend would show up. We had a really great first awakening, and I just kind of let them go into the wind. And I thought, I reached out to them, and I haven't heard much from them, so who knows, right? And like I said, there's been about 100 folks through this channel and through John's channel that have reached out to me on my the dudewake42 at Gmail, and we have become more than the cadre, right? They become adepts. They have been studying. They've been following their own path with my assistance, right? And I'm not even trying to be their sensei. I'm just being, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I guess that is a sensei. Wax on, wax off. So anyway, that's today's little report, 12 minutes, and I think I'm going to keep speaking until 13 minutes and 13 seconds, right? Maybe my friend might show up in that scant few seconds, right? But don't be upset by whatever may happen. Don't let yourself fall into fear, or anger. Stay in God's co-creation of love in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit. That little pineal gland up there, right? So there it is, 13 minutes and 1 second. So just know that I love you. I'm always here for you at the dudewake42 at Gmail, all in small case. And here we go. Catch you later, guys. I love you. Talk to you soon.